Um, Case number one was Sphere 1. Question 1, uh, the three most important aspects of the buyer's business. Um, Not just party planners see themselves as a relationship facilitator, helping Sphere 1 clients build and maintain relationships with their customers, striving to be strategic partners, not just relational partners. Sphere 1 must make sure the events they plan fit into their clients' marketing programs. Sphere 1 must pay attention to detail, making certain that every detail, down to the slogan on cocktail napkins, is perfect and accurately depicts their clients' philosophies, logos, and advertising. Question 2, body language and jargon. Um, Jargon. I did my homework by researching Sphere 1 and the business industry they acquire. By doing this ahead of time, I was prepared and familiar with their institutional jargon. Body language. I was an active listener and restated what the buyer convinced to me as important. I asked clarifying questions and took notes. When I noticed obvious body language, I adjusted to regain attention. Number 3, what were the techniques? I attempted to identify the buyer's social style and adopted to match their expectations. Understanding the Sphere 1 buying process and the role that the buyer plays in the process, generally did not encounter any problems. I tried to overcome the buyer's suspect of me by my nonverbal communication, eye contact, and questioning. For case 2, McLean Properties Real Estate. Question 1, what were the three most important buying aspects? Providing quality real estate to recommended to their clients, understanding all aspects of their customers' needs so they can match them up to the right property. The retail chains they work for have site sections teams to research recommended property sites. So McLean needs to be extremely knowledgeable of their clients' needs and the available real estate. Question number 2, the body language and jargon. I acknowledge what a privilege it must be to work with such amazing retail chains. Since the buyer was proud of who he works for, I asked questions so the buyer could share what the company objectives are. I also took notes about the jargon I was not familiar with and then asked questions to be able to understand the jargon. For example, I asked for clarification of what an RFP was. It's recommended for proposal, or request for proposal. Number 3, what were the techniques? I was aware of the buyer's body language to help me gain a better understanding of the buyer. Asking questions is key to making sure that I am correctly understanding what the buyer is communicating to me. I didn't want to have any unnecessary decoding errors. And case number 3, Dark Paper Productions Manufacturing. Question 1, the three most important aspects. Dark paper customers are extremely concerned about the amount of paper they make per sale or their margin. Dark paper is also concerned about the complaints or perceptions they receive about their polyester or foam cups. Their client's base is varied, have to be able to sell to restaurants all the way to universities, prisons, and government agencies. Number 2, the body language and jargon. For case 3, the buyer appeared to make the assumption that I was ignorant to their business needs, and therefore the buyer explained the process in detail to me. Since the buyer did most of the talking, I took notes, made eye contact, nodded when appropriate, and at the right time, I restated what the buyers explained. I did this so the buyer knew that I was an active listener and engaged in what he was saying. I was extremely patient, and when given the opportunity, I explained how I could help with the negative perception about their products and the environment. Question 3 for case 3, the techniques I use to understand the buyer. Active listening, asking questions, reading the buyer's nonverbal communication, and restating. The only problems I have encountered was not being insulted by the buyer's assumptions that I was ignorant to the business that I was trying to sell to. Being prepared and doing the groundwork before an actual sales meeting is key to success.